Coverage of the NFL has come to East
Desperados.
Asia in the bustling metropolis
Oh,
that is Tokyo,
shit.
Japan. Today on to week
Damn.
15 in the
I don't even play that
NFL, and
nigga
we've
this
got a good
season.
matchup in store, as it'll be the Bulls of...
Yeah. That shit, cause I ain't even play my little cousin.
In the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan.
He did 36-35, bro.
NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Bulls of Buenos Aires taking on the Cavs of Tokyo.
Sick, boy.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go here in Tokyo. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Man, that boy been shit in the bed here recently, boy. Like, that nigga been sucking. Niggas can't bitch about me not streaming.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. When you look at this defense, and they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That is caught, and they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw.
That's a pick.
No, he tries to force it
I
in, and it's
forced that bitch. I tripped. I did some stupid ass shit.
20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this
That's
one's
the
in the
same
air.
shit that happened with Ty Keys last night, boy.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Like 34-7, bro. And he scored all his points in the second and third. Like throwing picks and niggas being on their side of the ball. That's what fucked me up.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the
45-yard
line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
A give right side for Gibbs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bulls are an extra point away from drawing level.
That is crazy.
York is up and good. And we are tied at 7.
I think I'm the worst field goal kicker in the league,
leave
bro.
it at
Oh
7
my
now
God.
as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And running with power here. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 10 coming
We
up.
loaded up after last
Look at
year.
this defense. And they've been
Shit
excellent
show.
against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Throwing now is Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
You can't hear him. He probably ain't sharing his
These
audio.
two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. As they've got it with a third down coming up.
I got that on Twitch.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Mahomes going to throw.
Out of bounds.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. But
hell of a throw,
so
though.
the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Pick. Oh, yeah. Come on, Jair.
Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
No! Oh, my fuck. Come on, dog. That's bullshit. I'm right. Oh, my goodness. Come on, man. We get way too many opportunities to block and miss it, man. That's a game changer right there.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're
oh my God, that's gotta hurt.
They both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
Good pickup. Come on, Gibbs. Come on, Gibbs.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. 105 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the move to his left.
I tripped because I'm throwing that bitch. Triangle wide open.
It's 3rd down.
They
made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Good shit.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in a passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Okay, give me 1 minute.
2nd down and 6 now. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure.
Come on, Miles Garrett, you got to make him fumble, dog.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
On 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness.
I ain't gonna lie.
Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield.
That boy developed good.
49-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Oh yeah, for shit, sure.
Conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up. But
come on, Nick Chubb, what you doing?
No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Delson in motion. Second and 13. Steps away to his left.
Oh my God, Sam Hartman, you're a fucking bum. Ain't no way.
He's set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
That is crazy. Dog, any other person, Sam Hartman died. I can send you a video of this nigga making that same pass. Like, what the fuck?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. But it's caught. Tompkins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run here with Pacheco.
That's fucking Myles Garrett, bro. There's no way he's not getting off that. Come on. That's on me. I'm doing dumbass shit, bro.
Taking the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
What?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Hold on.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Yes, I make it on my tummy.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Another run for Gibbs here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Can you go in there with your sister? Okay. Go sit in a bit. Get out my shoes and sit down, dog.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Here's Pacheco headed right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, that shit crazy.
On play action, it's Mahomes.
Oh my God, there's no way.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end.
What am I supposed
now
to
it gives
do?
a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Pass taken.
What the fuck are you doing, Greedy Vance?
Wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Caps take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Halftime.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Second and 5. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Cause boy, that shit could have got ugly.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Yo, I got 3 offensive linemen standing right there, bro. What y'all doing?
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Out of the gun now on third down.
Oh, no. Come on, dog.
But he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
All right.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third
Play some
quarter, look,
fucking
just 3
defense,
points,
man.
but still a
Make it
response
stop.
nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey,
Who the fuck is this nigga
And
running?
only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Yeah. Damn, I'm gonna have to get right.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But
Oh,
nice
my
job.
God.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco.
Out of nowhere, like I said, all game long.
And the Cavs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
It's the same shit every game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it.
Whoa, what are you
Puts more
doing?
pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw.
Good
And he's going to
shit.
be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
That's
Picked
me.
off by L'Jarius Sneed. And a huge return as he'll take this
I mean,
one
I
all the way
ain't got
down
shit
inside
in
the
it.
30-yard line.
Like,
Well, that's 3
I'm
picks
just
he's now
being
thrown in this
stupid at
game.
this point.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December,
giving.
right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They go play fake. Mahomes rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Bulls.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Pollard.
No
And his
way,
pass is
bro.
intercepted for the 4th
Come on,
time
dog.
today.
That's insane. This nigga's alright.
And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
That boy is
Well, down 2
done.
scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught.
Oh my God, bro, this nigga's getting everything, bro. That's
Just like that,
what the
break from
fuck,
the red
dog.
zone now on first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
What the fuck? 31 turn
And
around.
he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Mahomes. Touchdown.
Good shit,
Isaiah
bro.
Pacheco.
Good shit.
Touchdown number
This
91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among
This
others.
shit is
And the
insane.
Caps are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra
I
point.
can't play
and
a
the lead
fucking
opens
clean
up
game.
now to
I ain't
22
winning, boy.
points. Out is
Damn.
the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
Bro, I can't run the ball all game, bro. That
The
shit
offense
is
now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Chris
Where we
Jones
stand right
ass
now in the
stopping
fourth
me
quarter, this
every
one pretty
fucking
much out of
time,
reach. And
bro.
Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bulls have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
That shit don't mean nothing.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Oh my God, keep fucking.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here's second down.
He was doing that shit purposely, though.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
What the fuck?
This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
Yeah, that's 5 picks in
And
the
he will
day.
take this all the way out past the 40-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The offense now at the
Do your
line, ready
thing,
for their
brother.
next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up second and 9.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead.
I'm sorry,
Only
bro.
the fumbler can advance
I already
the
took the
football.
L game.
So this will go back to the
I
spot
already
of the
did.
fumble itself.
Oh, bet. But I needed this game. I needed that first round bye, man. Now I'm finna be tired in my fucking division.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They'll come up first and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
What the fuck? No way. Nah, hell no, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
And it's a good return
Like,
here.
come on, bro.
Close to the 35.
The nigga phasing under the ball, bro. The niggas outran, bro. Like, what?
Ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say.
Chill on me, gang. Damn.
Probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And it's
It be the same type of shit every time we play, bro. One fucking play changes the damn game. Every time.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Like, what the fuck, bro? But my linemen are just walking away from the ball. Nothing's going on. Like, come on, bro. Sweet baby G. Like, you feel me? This has been probably my worst game of the season. 6 picks is insane.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
That's it.
Here's first down.
I can't. That's the same shit that happened with Troy Anderson last year, bro.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit
You might as well
interesting
go on,
here
let me
in this
get it,
fourth quarter.
so we can go in overtime, so you can get
Clock
your
showing
deal.
19 seconds to go.
I fucked that bitch up anyway.
And this is
Yeah, I
going to be
fucked that
recovered by
bitch
the
up.
hands team.
Fuck.
That should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their
If-
best, did everything they could to try
if
and get
only
the
I
ball
wasn't
on the
streaming.
onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw is Mahomes. That is intercepted. And a big turnover there. As his
I mean,
guys
Deshaun,
get the football
you can
back.
run commit right here in this game. Could go into overtime, and I will give you that deal. I pro- and this
It's beyond stunning
boy.
to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
Oh no!
I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
I'm hot. Oh, I'm hot. I so.
To throw. He's got his target.
Call a timeout.
And
Damn,
he'll be taken
I had him on tripping.
out shy of the 30 to the 29. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to
It's
officially
always
decide
some
the winner, although on that
stupid
last play, they were
ass
so
shit
bad,
when I
they
play
really
this
taken a
man,
miracle, and they
dog.
couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense.